Dr. Subramanian Swamy is president of the Janata Party. He is joining us right now. Sir, good morning. Great to have you with us here as always on Profit. Prashant, this side. What is your sense, sir? The government seems pretty snug and confident that, nothing is going to happen. Actually, there is talk that more is coming. More on the lines of what has been done is coming.
Well, I don't think the government can look at and sound anything different from being smug and I can't hear. I'm telling you. Ah, yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. Please continue.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir, clearly.
Yeah. So I think the government is bound to sound. I was bound to sound smug and confident because they have to. There's no question they can't sound diffident. And the bluff and bluster is part of politics, and they will exercise that. The real question is whether the people who are allies or supporting from outside, whether they find it in their interest to have an early election. And according to me, as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned and Mulayam Singh are concerned, they seem to be firmly of the conviction that the longer they wait, the less seats they would get in the Lok Sabha. So they would like an early election. That's my understanding of their position. Then there are parties like the DMK who think that they don't want to sync with the Congress. And there is a fundamental ideological schism between the two, and DMK has been working on new alliances, new formations which could help them retain power in the government, and therefore that's another doubtful ally of theirs. And as far as the others who can come, which pompously Mr. Chidambaram said is making new friends, as if they are capable of that in this present circumstances. The new friends don't exist. I mean, nobody wants today to join with Congress because they think that that will only lead to a collapse in their whatever little credibility they have. So there is therefore a sense of isolation that is developing for the Congress, and that's the reality, and I think therefore we are heading for a midterm poll.
So, but how the numbers don't add up. I mean, if the BSP, the Congress, the UPA just will need either the BSP or the SP to support it, and it is fine. It is through. It will be an effective majority, right? Outside support. So, where is the question of a midterm poll? DMK, you're saying they have ideological differences, but the stated position over the last 2 days seems to be that we are against it. They supported the Bandh yesterday, but they're saying that we are steadfast allies with the UPA. There is no question of not supporting them or withdrawing or anything like that. The question doesn't arise. That's what they're saying.
Well, they will say whatever they say, it will be valid for 24 hours. You think that the DMK had, I remember in 1999, said that they don't want to have anything to do with BJP because the communal snake would enter Tamil Nadu. And the very next day they joined the NDA and had ministers in the government. So I don't think we can take these people's statements as a long-term statement. These are made on the occasion. Yes, as of yesterday they were not pulling out, but I know of the internal workings that's going on, the contacts that the DMK is making with various parties. They are speaking about wanting to come out, because they consider Congress as a great liability in the state of Tamil Nadu. So that's the driving force for them. As I told you, as far as Mulayam is concerned and Mamata is concerned, they both think that early elections would help them to get more seats and more bargaining power. And as far as Mayawati is concerned, she is being kept there because of the fact that they have a CBI case hanging over her head. And the day she feels that the Congress is in no position to carry it out anymore, the threat, she will just walk out. She has no love for Congress at all.
Sir, all that is fine, but why are you saying that we are headed for a midterm poll? You've been saying that for a while, but now why are you saying that we are headed for a midterm poll? I mean, some of these things have existed for a while. Why are we saying that something will give in now?
Well, I have been saying for a while that it will be in the end of 2012, and and I'm pretty close. Now, why am I saying? Well, I think if some event takes place or some more new policy stance the Prime Minister takes, which is more to his heart but not to the liking of his allies, then I think they will lose majority, and that's how the elections will come. There will be one day a clear indication that the Congress, which has only 205 seats in the present Lok Sabha, will not be able to get anywhere near 272, and that is the day when the special session of Parliament will have to be called on the direction of the President, and the government voted out, and then there will be elections, because nobody would want to form a alternative government in this Parliament.
Right. Sir, we had Siddharth Bhatia, senior journalist, with us on the phone line. He was saying that the Samajwadi Party cannot be seen supporting the BJP. So the question arises, so Mamata Banerjee would want an early election, SP would want an early election, but that's fine. But what is the alternative to the current power structure, the UPA2? I mean, what is the alternative? Every now and then we hear a third front. BJP can't seem to attract enough allies around it, gather enough allies around it. So what is the alternative?
Well, first of all these statements that they can't be seen on the same side. Well, the communists said that, but when VP Singh government had to be formed, they joined together with BJP to make VP Singh the Prime Minister. And even in 1967, the same thing had happened. I think when the results come out and it looks there is no other way except to induct the BJP also into it, Mulayam Singh, all these people will say, well, compulsions of today are such that I have to do it. So I don't think we can go by these hard and fast, this as a hard and fast rule that Mulayam Singh has said he'll have nothing to do with BJP, therefore he'll never have anything to do with BJP. One of the strengths and weaknesses of Indian democracy is that we don't bear this untouchability in politics for very long. And that's both a strength and a weakness. And it's a strength because it shows that people are willing to compromise, willing to get together, and therefore the society remains stable. It's a weakness because one never knows, it becomes very volatile sometimes. So I don't think that these hard and fast rules are there. As far as your fundamental question is concerned, what is the alternative? That's a neurosis that we Indians have had since Jawaharlal Nehru's time. For that time it was who after Nehru, and then when Indira Gandhi was there was no alternative, and now who? I think the Indian situation abhors a vacuum, and something will definitely be put together to form an alternative government. Whether that will satisfy people, whether that will be long term, etc., I can't say. In a single party majority will only be possible if there is a catastrophic event in the country and suddenly people turn around like they have done in 77 or 1984. They might do it in the next election. I can't say. It depends on the happening of an event.
Right. So what happens today, very near term? Do you think the Parliament is not in session? Would you think with the ministers resigning, the President will ask for a show of confidence? I mean, what happens? Or do you think that won't be necessary? I mean, how does this go from here? Very near term.
I don't think that before the winter session anybody would like to force the pace. If the President is not asked by anybody to call, he won't even consider. And on the face of it, if it looks as if the numbers are there beyond 272, I don't think he will even bother to consider whether a special session should be called or not.
Got that. Dr. Swamy, thanks very much, sir, for your time. Great to have you with us as always. Appreciate it very much.